Hey guys, it's Dana and it's time to talk about money, and in this video I wanted to talk about 20 money habits that are keeping you poor and what you can do about it. So let's get to it. Now, money struggles a lot of times are not about how much money you make, but it's about what you do with what you have. And the truth is that small everyday habits can lead to you being poor. So let's talk about the 20 habits that I think are probably leading to you feeling strapped. And number one, top of the list, is ignoring your bank account. And trust me, I understand it's not fun to look at, but if you don't pay attention to your bank account, then that is what can lead to overdraft fees. So the way to fix it is to make a habit to check your bank account every day, whether you set some kind of alarm on your watch or you just kind of set something in your calendar, or every morning, when you're having your morning coffee, you just go in and take a look at it and just make sure that everything looks correct, that nothing came out that you weren't expecting, that nothing fraudulent. Of course, it's really important to check for that reason as well. Buying everything on credit, using your credit card, adding up interest. You can fix it by only charging what you can pay off within the month. If you can't pay it off that month, then don't buy it. Not having a budget, spending without a plan, this for sure will keep you broke. So if you have a budget, which is basically writing down all the money that you have coming in and then everything that is going out, all the bills, whatever you have set aside to go into savings, you know exactly what the plan is every single week, every single month, every single year, every single decade. I mean, you can really go into detail with your budget. So really try to have a plan. You can make it fun. And the first step is to just start, right? Get a piece of paper out and write down what you got paid this week or last week, and then what's coming out, what kind of bills you have going on. So if you just get it started, start tracking it, it'll start to come together. And it's not really that hard once you take that first step and face everything and start writing everything down. And it doesn't have to be perfect, all right? It just has to be yours, and be flexible with it. It's going to change over time. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. Living without an emergency fund, all right? Emergencies are going to happen. Start with $500 if you can. Just start out with a tiny baby emergency fund, get it going, get some money set aside, because things are going to come up that are unexpected, that you didn't know was coming. So that is how we define an emergency, right? It's not Christmas or birthdays or what have you. It's things that you were not expecting that were going to come up. So try to get an emergency fund started. Impulse shopping. When you just go out and I just think I'll buy this, I feel like it. Try to instill or begin a 24-hour rule. So if you really want something, you can even just put it into your virtual cart and then leave it there for at least 24 hours to make sure you really want it, so that it's not just an impulse purchase. Paying bills late, getting late fees. Maybe you even have the money. I've done this. I have the money and I just didn't pay it on time, and then I get a late fee. So if you can set up automatic payments, then I would suggest doing so. That way you know that it'll come out on time every single month and you won't be subjected to late fees. Eating out too often, right? Convenience comes at a cost. If you find that you just are grabbing food, we are doing a lot of tennis tournaments, traveling around, visiting places, and sometimes, we always try to pack food when we go places, but sometimes we were like, just easier just to go and purchase something. So be careful with those convenience store purchases. They really can add up. And so if you can just plan simple meals and pack your food, at least maybe pack some snacks, that way you're not buying so much when you're out and about, it will save you money. Subscriptions you don't use. I am guilty of this. We wanted to watch Wimbledon and we were like, where can we see Wimbledon? And I saw it was on Hulu. So then I went to go and subscribe to Hulu just for us to watch the Wimbledon matches. And we were already subscribed. Oh, I'm so embarrassed to admit this. So we were subscribed, and I didn't even have the app on our, downloaded. So, oh my goodness. So if you have subscriptions, make sure you are double, triple checking them. I guess I had subscribed like a year ago, maybe to watch Wimbledon, and then I just forgot. And that $9.99 or whatever it is just kept coming out on a monthly basis. So make sure you're not paying for things that you are not using. I mean, what a waste of money. It just was like, it was a killer. So make sure sure, check those subscriptions and make sure that you are, you're paying for things that you actually use. Keeping up with others, trying to keep up with your neighbors or your friends or your family. It doesn't matter how much you have, how much money you make, how many houses you have, or whatever. There's always somebody who's going to have more, always. Just like I tell the kids, it doesn't matter how gifted you are athletically or academically or whatever, or how pretty you are, there's always somebody better in the world. It's not ever, it's like this never ending cycle of trying to compete and one up somebody or maneuver them or, whatever it is, okay? In your career, there's always going to be somebody above you, like no matter what. So try not to compare yourself to others. Just do the best you can. So keep the focus on your own values, your own goals, and try not to compare. Retail therapy, shopping for fun or for stress relief. This, can be a real problem. So try to work on other methods of stress relief if this is something that you do. Maybe try to exercise more, take a walk, maybe start a new hobby, start painting, or those elaborate coloring books for adults. Try to find something else for stress relief other than shopping. Not comparing prices. Okay, no matter what I buy, I always try to compare. I actually go a little bit overboard. But you can use apps or, just do your research before you're purchasing something to make sure that you're getting the best reviewed so that it's not going to break, and also the best price. Or maybe you can, wait a while before you purchase it to see if it goes on sale, or, maybe there's some kind of holiday coming up soon that'll make that item go on sale. So definitely compare prices. Borrowing from your future. If you are cashing out your 401k or taking a loan against your 401k to help you purchase a house, okay, so in this case, you're taking money away from your future self, and your future self is going to be here before you know it. It might seem like a very long time away into your future, but trust me when I say 20 years, 30 years, they go by fast, like faster than you realize. So do not borrow against your future. It's just going to be very upsetting, and it's going to make for a very sad you down the line. Oh, and then how can you fix this? Okay, so make sure you develop a safety net like we talked about with your emergency fund. Set up sinking funds so you can save money for whatever it is that you're looking to do. Maybe you are looking to purchase a house, then you want to try to set up a separate account, maybe, to start saving towards that down payment so you don't need to borrow. And don't be hasty, don't be in a hurry. It's okay to have some patience and wait a while. It doesn't have to happen immediately. Ignoring debt, right? If I just don't look, if I don't open this statement that just came, it doesn't exist. Okay, no, it's still there, it still exists, so you can't ignore it. You have to look at it, you have to face it. You have to try to start paying it off and try not to accumulate any new debt, but ignoring it is not going to help. Avoiding financial conversations, okay? It's hard to talk about money, especially with your spouse, with your family, or with anybody, with your financial advisor, it's with your boss. It's kind of hard to talk about money. Money is a difficult topic for a lot of people. The more you talk about it, the more comfortable you'll get with it. So avoiding it altogether, though, however, is not going to help. You're not going to be on the same page with your partner. You don't want any surprises when it comes to money. If you're dating someone and you're thinking about marriage, for sure you better not be avoiding these conversations. You want to talk about it because it can obviously lead to divorce, lead to a lot of anger, and money issues is one of the top, if not the top reason that partners split. Buy now, pay later might seem helpful, but it's not. So don't finance. Stop financing, all right? Financing everything is something that a lot of people do. It's far better to take your time and save the money, because when you go out there and you buy a car with all money, which I have done with all cash, not like cash, but I wrote a check. When you go out and you purchase something that way, it's just so different. It's an unbelievable experience, and I highly recommend it. So if you purchase anything, you know, any kind of appliance or whatnot, if you have the actual money, you buy it, you get it, and it's paid for. You don't have any payments on it, and it's just like, it's amazing. All right, so I highly suggest it. So try to stop financing if you can. Letting food go to waste. Try to start eating everything. Do one of those pantry challenges. Don't let food go to waste. Whatever you have in your refrigerator, in your cabinets, try to eat it up before you go out and purchase new stuff. Because a lot of people do, I mean, food is so expensive and people are spending all this money, hundreds of dollars on food, and then they don't even eat it and they end up throwing it out. Things go rotten or whatever. Don't buy it if you don't actually like to eat it, and if, you know, and try to finish up what you have before you go purchase new things. Neglecting your health. Oh, this is a financial mistake. Why? Because if you get sick, that's expensive. You have copays, deductibles. So try to take care of yourself, all right? Exercise, try to eat healthy. Maybe this, you know, try to refocusing on, you know, taking vitamins and, you know, what you can, drinking more water. Really try to take care of yourself because it's expensive when it's not good. It doesn't feel good, stressful, and it's financially difficult when you have health issues. All right, next is believing that you'll just earn more later. A lot of times people, even when they hear they're gonna be getting a raise or you're getting a promotion, they just start spending more. Like, oh, I'm anticipating this bonus or anticipating this raise coming next year. I can just spend more because I'm gonna be making more. And this is a mistake, right? Because you don't have that money yet. And why would you want to pre-spend it before you even get it? But people do this all the time. I've done this before in the past. It's like, oh, I know I've got this bonus coming. It's just okay. You know, in the past, I try never to do that anymore. So be careful that you're not just constantly saying, well, we'll just earn more later to pay for this XYZ thing. Because how do you know? You don't know for sure you're going to earn more later. Something really big could happen where you're just completely laid off and you earn less later. All right. Now, the last one is thinking that you're too far gone. Why even bother trying to make it better? And this is really sad because a lot of people feel this way and just like, all right, what's the point? I talk to people who tell me this and I know I've felt that way at one point in my life where you feel like, forget it. I'm already, so far in debt. What's another $100? When you start to think that way, you don't start to take the steps to try to make things better. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and never better. So there's always hope. You can always begin, no matter where you are at, no matter how much debt you have, no matter how awful you think your finances are, no matter how poor you think you are. I do believe that you can start to make things better. Start looking for a new job that pays more money. Try to cancel subscriptions. Try to save a little bit extra, a little bit more money into a side savings account for an emergency fund than you did last month. I mean, just try to start taking the steps. Put your foot on the path. It's never too late for anyone, no matter what age you are, whether you're 20, 30, 40, 60, 70. I still think that you can try to make positive changes, and it's never too late for anyone, right? I mean, who knows? People are living longer and longer. You could live to be 120 for all we know. There's some major medical breakthrough, and we're all going to live so much longer than we used to. Well, heck, you've got tons of time then in that case. So like we don't know. We don't know. So don't ever think that it's too late for you to make changes, because I don't believe that it is. And I believe you can do it. You can start to make things better, okay? Awareness is your superpower. That's really important. Be aware of what you owe, what you make, okay? And then what steps you're taking to make things better. Try to be aware, be involved in your finances. Super important. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe. Please leave a comment down below what you think is a habit that is making you poor. I would love to hear from you. And then maybe what steps you're trying to take to make it better, or what did I mention in this list that you feel is your biggest issue, right? Your biggest habit that you're trying to break, okay? All right, let's all just, stay focused, stay frugal, and I'll see you in the next video.